He was doing a play called Slab Boys in New York. The casting director at the time said, "You got to meet this young actor. He's quite the rage. He's very handsome, and his performances were excellent. And he was on the come at the time. So we brought him in. We interviewed him. He felt perfect for the character he wanted to play. He had that ice quality to him."
Figured it out yet? What's that? Who's the best pilot?
Well, we went through the flight school. We went through the jams through flight school as much as we could handle.
The actors had to go through a lot to become those fighter pilots, because we actually filmed them in the cockpit and got some great footage of them flying in the back seat of an F-14, which was quite a thrill for everybody.
We went out on the aircraft carriers. They were running maneuvers. In fact, one of the aircraft carriers that we used in the movie left mysteriously. We had to get another one or get permission to use another one because they went off on this secret mission when they were flying air cover for the F-111s when we bombed Libya.
I don't like you because you're unsafe. That's right.
When you get Val on a movie, you know he's going to put 110% effort into creating something that's unique and special, that audiences can really enjoy. And, when you put somebody in front of an audience on a 100-foot screen, it doesn't lie. The camera doesn't lie. It shows you right into your soul.
Yeah, Willow was a lot of fun. I met my wife there. Because I met her and just fell in love. I spent every day for 6 months trying to get her to date me, and she wouldn't do it. I'd buy tickets to whatever play I'd overhear her saying she liked, and then I'd mention, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that I had tickets, and then Friday she'd say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy." She was awful. But I'd seen her in a play called The Genius. I was too shy to meet her, so I'd watch her leave the theater and go over to the pub and follow her like a stalker. I was a junior stalker. I told her the story, too, and she didn't believe me, but I told her what she used to wear, so then she believed.
He's also a hell of a good father, and he really loves his children and he cares about them.
First and foremost in his life are his kids, are Mercedes and Jack.
It's great. I love being a dad.
The essence of him is the way he is with his kids. He's a real sweetheart. When I saw him as a father,
I really honestly don't know how dedicated a parent I would be if they weren't so cool. They're just more interesting than most people. I have no more friends anymore. They call me and say, "Hi, is Mercedes there?" And they take her out instead, and people come over and play with my son instead of me. I lived the hardest life. I remember the first time my daughter was upset that I was famous. She came in very upset one day. She was quite small, but my son was just, 2 or 2.5. Said, "Jack doesn't believe you're Batman. He thinks he's Batman, and I keep telling him he's really upsetting me." I said, I don't know what to say. She said, "Well, prove it." I said, "Well, if he thinks he's Batman, what can I do?" And she said, "Well, show him the movie." So I went out and rented the movie. And so my son, I don't know how, he was like 2.5 years old, but he was sitting there watching the movie like this. Like, okay, there you are pretending to be Batman, but I'm Batman. Used to have the little PJs with the cape on it and all. I thought it was because of me, but he had no interest in me being Batman. I regret ever complaining about the bat suit because people still ask me about it. It is living hell, which my compatriots would or have corroborated. It just hurts. It's like being old because you can't hear, you can't see, no one talks to you, you can't stand up on your own, you fall over for no reason. I mean, it's all things. I know what it's like to be 88 because I've been in the bat suit.
I mean, I would love to see Val lead a movie because he's certainly capable of it. And if you surround him with good, solid actors and a good story, he can do it, for sure. Whether that's his intention and makes him happy, I don't know that it would. The Saint didn't make him happy. Batman didn't make him happy. Big money was at stake. He was in pain. He was in misery. So when he's doing what he loves, which is acting, which is playing, he loves to play, Val. He's a child, and as many of us are at heart.
You'd think that someone who's had as long and illustrious a career as him would have to be a pretty manipulative guy. And I think he's really childlike in his aspirations and his beliefs. And I think that that's something really intangible about him, and something that's probably protected him in a way that's good, you know.
He likes to play still. He wants to play on Earth. And that's what he loves, when he can get behind a role and chew on it.
Oliver Stone is concerned about everyone and everywhere, or at least interested. I don't know if he's concerned about everyone, but he'll know if something's gone on with the driver. He'll know somebody's personal drama with the catering. He always got his ears open. He's almost a little clairvoyant. He's always a little scary, because he'll mention something that I haven't mentioned to him. He just does it on purpose. I don't know. He's got good spies. They're everywhere. Who sent you? Have you seen ID from him? Maybe he's not with us. He does seem to have magical powers.
Up next, Kilmer takes on a role of mammoth proportions.
It was very tiring pretending to be John Holmes, but it was very gratifying.
What is your favorite Val Kilmer film? Visit Biography.com and take our quick poll.
My mother